Hello, welcome to Liverpool FC News Today channel. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp and transfer chief Michael Edwards are facing a £350 million transfer problem as contract talks continue with some of the club's top stars. The Premier League giants have several players who have entered the final 2 years of their current deals, including Mohamed Sa, Sadio Mane and Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool recently secured the futures of two of their star players when Trent Alexander-Arnold and Fabinho signed new contracts committing them to the club until 2025 and 2026 respectively. The Reds will now move on to talks with some of their team mates, but there's a lot of work to be done, with a whopping 11 players worth an estimated £350 million having entered the final 2 years of their contracts. Among them are Salah and Mane, who have frequently been linked with interest from the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona thanks to their stellar performances over the past few seasons. Centre-back Colossus Virgil van Dijk is another whose contract is due to expire in 2023, as well as skipper Jordan Henderson, who is reportedly on Paris Saint-Germain's radar after talks recently stalled over a new deal for the 31-year-old. Salah is valued at £90 million, while Mane is worth £76.5 million and Van Dijk £49.5 million, according to Transfermarkt. The three are among those whose contracts Liverpool will prioritise next as they look to secure futures of their key players, according to a recent report from The Athletic. But the longer talks go on, the more their transfer values will continue to dwindle, and the Reds will be keen to avoid either having to selling them on the cheap in a year's time or seeing them depart for nothing like Gini Wijnaldum did this summer. And even if those three sign new deals, there are a host of others whose futures must be sorted, including Roberto Firmino. Firmino, who was key to Liverpool's Champions League and Premier League triumphs in successive seasons, is valued at around £45 million. He saw his place come under threat last season after Diogo Jota joined from Wolves, and faced criticism over his lack of goals when the Reds' form dropped. But Klopp, like the club's fans, will recognise what a hugely important player Firmino still is for the team, and will not want the Brazilian to be snapped up by a rival on a cut-price deal. Henderson, meanwhile, is valued at just £18 million, but as with Firmino, Reds fans won't want him to see being undervalued by the club's hierarchy. Others whose contracts expire in 2 years' time include midfielders Naby Keita, worth around £28.8 million, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, £16.2 million, and winger Xherdan Shaqiri, £10.8 million. Then there are centre-backs Nat Phillips, £7.2 million, and Reece Williams, £4.5 million, who both stood in last season when Liverpool lost Van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Joel Matip to long-term injuries. And Sheyi Ojo is also in the final 2 years of his contract, with the 24-year-old winger valued at around £2.7 million. Together the estimated value of the 11 players adds up to a huge £349.2 million, while James Milner, Ben Woodburn, Adrian and Loris Karius will also be out of contract next summer. And that means there's plenty riding on contract discussions as Liverpool look to protect their star assets.